We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry of the game, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
7-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Jamal Adams there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was taken down by...
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going to run this with a tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
5-yard line.
Wentz going to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Wentz now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 22. From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
He's brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 39, Wilson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penning, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 30 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Throwing is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wentz now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, he's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll... And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.